To a lot of people, he was Dr. Kellett, sometimes Dr. Williams, sometimes Dr. Bill, but to me, he was Dad. As I get older, I realize just exactly the influence and impact he's had in this community. 2026, he will have been gone 10 years. And I would love for this scholarship to continue to represent his legacy. It's important that we remember somebody who gave so much to his family, but to others as well.
Amen.
Amen.
Bill was my older brother. I have two brothers, Jimmy, who's 2 years older than I, and Bill, who is 4 years older than I. So Bill has been part of my life from the very beginning and a very integral part of my life. A leader and an example and someone to look up to all the time in what he did professionally and what he did personally. He was the real deal, and I miss him dearly. Inspiration for this scholarship came from years in the past. Bill and I talked about 20 years ago, before the medical school ever existed here or it was even thought about, that we should do something about a Wofford student and a scholarship. And when he died, I thought, we've missed an opportunity. I've missed an opportunity to not do this while he was alive. So I decided that we needed to do something that involved a Wofford student, that involved the field of medicine, that involved Greenville, South Carolina, all of which were dear to Bill's heart. I just had a goal that I wanted to support a student completely, and we hadn't been able to do that until recently, when we got a significant contribution from Steve and Dorothy Dow to the medical school in Bill's memory. We get to sponsor a student completely thanks to the Dows. And medical school is very expensive. So to supply an ability to let somebody come out of medical school with no debt or very little debt was just, it was beyond comprehension how important that was to that one young person.
So when I first got the call that I was going to receive the Kellett Scholarship, I was over immense joy. I felt like a weight was lifted almost off my shoulders of how was I going to pay for this. I think it provided my parents with a lot of relief. The plan was to take out loans and still work at the restaurant between studies and research and volunteering to go back and work. All this weight that I was feeling about the financial aspect of it was just completely lifted off my shoulders, and I really got to more focused on the academic sides of it rather than how I was going to pay for the meal for the month. And it was just an immense blessing that I was just over the moon about receiving that scholarship. I would like donors to know that it's not just about the money. The money is a big aspect, yes, but it's the relationships you build with these students. The entire Kellett family has been so supportive. I know that they always have my back no matter what. If I had a bad week at school or, stressing about an exam, I can call Mike and he'll be like, oh, don't worry, you've got this, you're smart enough. And just really having that reassurance and having that faith that someone does believe in me and having that support is really instrumental.
I know that you put every effort into everything that you do. I know that you spend long hours at night. I did the same. You've done the work and you do the work and you've always done the work and you've been rewarded financially for your academic prowess. I think that Bill would have been so proud of who you are and what you're becoming that he would have considered you as a member of his family. You are all the aspects of things I would hope and pray for the success of one of my children. And I am so thrilled and happy to be able to help her get through this school without having the onus of having to pay for it. Bill would be thrilled.
To me, philanthropy is many things. One, it's an investment in the future of surgeons and physicians, family medicine doctors of South Carolina and our nation as a whole. Generosity is an expression of love, something I felt firsthand from the Kellett family. It was something that was an honor and privilege for my wife and I to get to know Lydia, Joan, and Mr. Mike, that we'd be able to get to know them and feel the outpouring of love. It was also something that enabled me personally to not focus on how am I going to pay off these loans and what specialty do I need to go into so that I can pay these off, but rather focus on my passions. For me, that was surgery. By giving to scholarships for medical school, you allow those medical students to focus on excellence.
Bill would have cared about Ethan like a son. He would have been thrilled that Ethan was a great student. He would have been thrilled that he had scholarship and he went to Wofford. He would be thrilled that he was from upstate South Carolina and Easley. All those things would have fit into, this is what I like and this is who I want to be part of my family.
For other people who might be considering supporting this, think about if you go to the doctor and you want good care. You want a doctor who's smart and who knows their stuff and can take care of you. This is a great way to make sure at least one student has that opportunity to study and to practice and to be a good doctor. If you look at who my dad was, he was a physician, but he was also a great supporter of this community in other ways that weren't just being a doctor. He volunteered at the free medical clinic. He went on medical missions. He was known by some of the homeless guys that he helped down at the Place of Hope as Dr. Bill, the doc. You know, why it's a great way to support the memory of somebody who did a lot and to invest in the future of an individual who's deserving and warrants this wonderful scholarship. So I think it's a great idea to help support this going forward.